It's taking a minute. Here we go. All right, let's see if we can go live right now. Chica. We're live now.
Buenos noches.
Extreme ownership with Jim and Larry.
Gun spikes, midlife crisis with small business vices.
Extreme ownership.
And we are live with the extreme Jim and Larry. So extreme that they're in Mexico this week. What's up, guys? How's it going down there?
All right, Buenos noches, St. Louis. We are coming to you live from the beach in Puerto Vallarta, Mexico.
Why do you assume that we are just a St. Louis audience? We are worldwide. We are international. Go ahead. I apologize. Nope. Fine. Go ahead.
Buenos noches, St. Louis. We are live from...
Buenos noches, world! We are here in Puerto Vallarta. CC.
So welcome to Extreme Ownership. My name is Larry Cohn, my partner Jim Shelby. We own a company called NextCore, your business concierge for one place, one service for all your business needs. And we are taking extreme ownership this week down in Puerto Vallarta. Jim, can you tell us some of the things that like you and I have been doing and how that relates to extreme ownership?
Yeah, first I want to just take this for a minute and take a look at that gorgeous view of the Pacific Ocean. Just it's a magical place here. We've been on, Larry, can we see you? Oh, there you are. We've been on a pirate ship.
Yes.
That was amazing. We rode dune buggies through the rainforest. That was also quite amazing.
Mules into the mountains.
Mules into the mountains.
We've seen a mudslide and a bus crash where everybody fortunately was safe.
Yes.
We
zip lined.
Wait, the zip line isn't even saying it. Come on, Jim.
We zip lined like extreme through the rainforest into
over waterfalls
into this like giant
backwards, forwards, and head first.
Yes. That's loud, Jen. You were background noising me. I don't know what that was. But anyway, it's been an incredible adventure. We've done other things too.
Repelling.
Yeah, we repelled.
Rock climbed.
And like we repel people in general sometimes, but that's not the kind of repelling that we're talking about. We went into Old Town. We went into the Romantica zone. Zona Romantico. It's just been an amazing trip, but it isn't all about the fun. And that's part of the reason why we wanted to talk today and do this live from Puerto Vallarta. So Larry, let me just ask you, we're going to do this a little bit different than we've ever done. So why did you came to me and said, hey, let's take a trip. And why was that?
Because, oftentimes when you're in your same place, your same environment, the same thoughts keep coming up. So you want to get out of your environment, get something fresh and new. So I just, came to my business partner and I said, let's go somewhere and do something extreme while we're there. And we picked, places are limited now. It was challenging. I won't go into the whole story, like to get flights, to get the hotel, to make sure the country wasn't quarantined. But I don't want to talk about any of that. But here we are in Puerto Vallarta, and we are challenging ourselves every day to go beyond the limits of what we think our physical bodies can take, and also just exploring how we can expand our business, create new revenue streams. I don't want to say we're going to be proud to open up an international office, but I might say that
we're proud to soon be announcing that we might be proud to be opening an international office.
We have meetings with business clients here in Mexico. We found some new prospective clients here in Mexico, but most of all, here it is, folks. Most of all, you never know what tomorrow brings. You never even know what the next minute brings. Most of all, we're having fun. And if you watch one of the previous podcasts, you know that one of my favorite quotes is, happy life is just a string of happy moments, but most people miss the happy moment, because they're so busy looking for the happy life. So we've just tried to embrace each and every moment while we're here in Puerto Vallarta, whether it's the sunset, the breeze of the air, or the people that we're with, or the margarita that we're drinking.
Right. And so I want to add a little something to it, because it is so much bigger than that. I'm gonna give you a bit of a confession. And one of the things that you need to know is that we all struggle. We struggle in business, we struggle in life. And part of this extreme ownership. Oh, Larry, you knocked us down with your drink.
Always wins.
Well, no, you took a drink
right there
and then broke the table. Anyway, we're back. It's fine. Part of it is admitting when you're stuck. And
I've been stuck this a few times.
Yeah,
I have. He knows it.
yes, stuck. But you always ended with a splash. Yeah, it was fantastic. But so here's the thing I'll share with you. We've struggled for the last 4 years with our business to try and figure out how to define what we do. And part of it was an internal conflict. Part of it was a conflict amongst the staff to try and clearly define what it was. And we really just got tired of being stuck. And I will tell you that I think we have the most talented crew, the most talented staff in the industry. And I can say that unapologetically, because we're about to redefine what our industry is. How do you go in and say, we do everything for your business? And that's essentially what we've done for years. We've tried to do everything for everyone that came to our doors to make them more profitable, make them more accessible, give them more exposure with their clients and their prospective clients. And we struggled to figure out how to say that. So we were in the middle of being stuck and decided we were going to come to Mexico and figure out how to get unstuck. And while we were here, we did just that. And we'll go more into detail with what that means here in a little while, as we're about to get rained on here in Puerto Vallarta. But it's really been an eye-opening experience. I want to talk specifically about what I've seen with the culture here and the service mindset.
Yeah, so I mean, one of the things that we've noticed, and it's a consistent theme in the podcast that we do, is that you can't change a condition, but your perception of the condition changes the condition. So travel is hard now. Lots of things are hard. But Jim and I, we kind of made a decision ourselves that we were going to begin to explore different places, and so we picked Puerto Vallarta as a starting point to explore. And one of the things that we've noticed here is just the camaraderie and the pride of the Mexican people, the friendliness of the Mexican people, the willingness to extend graciousness and gratitude, and more things than that. But also just
can I say not just the pride of the Mexican people, the pride in Mexico of the Mexican people. Yes. It was amazing. We were on the pirate ship, which actually I can see from here. It's kind of crazy.
Oh wow!
We were on the pirate ship, and it was really fun because there were people from Nigeria, there were people from Canada,
Ireland,
people from Ireland. They were all over the place. And they, it was great because the main pirate kept going, St. Louis, and talking to us about our St. Louis pride. But it wasn't about being proud of where you are to the point of someone else not being as good, but it was about being proud of where you are and where you're from and who built what you have. And it was really crazy to see all the countries. At the end, they came out with this flag show, and flags from all over the world representing all of the people from the ship, and the pride. I felt the Mexican pride. I'm not Mexican. I'm not Hispanic. I felt proud to be in Mexico and watching what they were going through. And it was really neat. So I believe that we live in the greatest country in the world, and it's okay to be proud of that.
I believe we do. As Jim said, I also believe we live in the best state in the country. And I know we have problems, folks. I'm not trying to say that we don't have problems. We have huge problems that face us. We had a staff meeting about a week ago, and this might sound a little corny, but I mean, I love Missouri. I love St. Louis. So does my business partner, Jim. And enclosed in every packet that we gave out to the staff was the flag of Missouri, and inscribed on the state emblem is the saying, "United we stand and divided we fall." And clearly we fall divided. There are many different things we fall divided, but it's so important to stand united for our state. And that's what we've seen here in Mexico.
Yeah, and I'm gonna flip this back to Jen here in just a minute so we can give a shout out to some of our sponsors. This is going to be a little bit shorter of a podcast, mainly because we're getting rained on the beach right now, and we have computers and everything else out. We're going to move to inside. We'll
I hope you'll all stay tuned, because we really want to talk about, I think what extreme ownership is.
Yeah, it's just the process that we've had to go through ourselves.
And extreme ownership means just taking ownership of wherever you are right now. Because when you take ownership of it and you don't delegate or pass on the ownership to the mayor, or to the city, or the state, or the country, or the Democrats, Republicans, when you take ownership of it, that's when your true power comes. And the good news is, when you have your true power, you can change it. You don't have to wait till the next election. So we've had some experiences in this trip. I've had some about extreme ownership. Are we going to continue this when we get to a dry place?
Yeah. Can we go to, can we do a couple of our sponsors? We've got Twins Red Carpet, and then I think we have Revitalize or Denali. But go ahead and cue up those sponsors. Jen, thanks for being the best technical director on the planet.
Thank you, Jen.
Your car costs a fortune. If it's not looking that way, there's a way to turn back the clock and turn up the value. Schedule regular car detailings with Twins Red Carpet Wash. Whether you need to maintain, restore, or completely revive your ride, Twins will dramatically transform any car disaster. Twins offers top-notch customer service and quality cleaning. You'll enjoy walking the red carpet every time you drop off your car. Call now and experience Twins Red Carpet Wash, simply the best car detailing service in St. Louis. Find out why Twins Red Carpet Wash has a 5-star Google rating and stellar Google reviews. Get your car washed and leave a review to receive a discount on your next wash. It's not clean until Twins says it's clean. Perfection in auto detailing is just a call away. Contact Twins at 314-391-9100 to book your appointment. Learn more about Twins' complete selection of service at twinsredcarpet.com.
Hi, I'm Twin. This is my company, Twins Red Carpet Auto Detailing. Can't wait to book you for an appointment.
Contact Twins at 314-391-9100 to book your appointment.
We all know there is no city quite like St. Louis. Revitalize was founded to be the champion it deserves. Our mission is to promote and strengthen revitalization efforts for the city of St. Louis through public education, civic engagement, and community events. By working together, we can make St. Louis a place where innovation and history walk hand in hand.
We're almost there.
To learn more, sign up for the Revitalize mailing list on our website, or become a member and receive exclusive access to Revitalize's online community and special events. Spring into action today and become an integral member in revitalizing St. Louis.
You have Denali lined up.
DENALI delivers. Here's how it works. Make a list of what you need. We source from Home Depot or the hardware store of your choice. Text the list to 314-499-2992 to start your order. Then DENALI delivers your order on the scheduled delivery date. DENALI delivers.
Oh no, do it, because we gotta go one and grow up.
Extreme ownership with Jim and Larry.
Guns, spikes, midlife crisis with small business vices.
Extreme ownership.
These guys are still trying to get to some dry ground, which I think is pretty funny since it stormed heavily in St. Louis. You guys are always just one step away from the rain clouds of the Midwest. Are we back?
Are we back? Are we here? Are we back, Jen? Can you hear us?
All right, rain or shine, extreme ownership.
I don't even know what to say. Can you hear us?
The adventures of Larry and Jim will continue, despite the storms, despite the distance, despite
Yes,
the
we're
Wi-Fi.
here.
You guys get set up.
Yep, can you hear me?
Can you see me?
Yes, we're ordering margaritas right now in Puerto Vallarta.
I'll take one for the road. No straw.
You should take 2 for the road. It's all inclusive.
3 to get
I'm
ready.
pulling it up.
Why is it?
Can you see us, Jen?
Is that what you're wearing?
There's Larry. Here's Jim.
Which one's
Tell me if we're
Larry?
good.
Can I get a Larry
Unacceptable.
$1 smile?
Larry's got a smile. Yeah, so I'm gonna get back connected here to the Extreme Ownership Podcast. We're several minutes behind according to this. There we are. We're set up. Oh, I can see us, Jen. All right, so back to Extreme Ownership. So, Jen, thanks for being our technical savior.
Thank you, Jen Carter.
So she's amazing. She does everything great. This trip for me has been about a lot of self-discovery. And I will tell you, there are so many things that have happened since I've been here that like monumental, earth-shattering, life-changing things, not only here, but back home, you know, challenges, life happens at times, and it can get in the way. And it's very tough when you're in the middle of a struggle to find the bright light. And I will tell you that being here with my friend Larry and my business partner and talking to you, Jen, and all those that may be watching out there right now that are going through something, I just want to tell you, sometimes you got to take a step back to take a leap forward. And it's been an amazing trip. So let's talk about extreme ownership.
So, I mean, you know, it's real challenging, folks out there, business-wise, financially, relationships, lots of things are really, really challenging. And for me, the reason that I'm a part of this podcast is because it's about extreme ownership. And what that means is taking ownership of wherever you are. And it's so easy and oftentimes well-meaning and well-intended and, you know, valid reasons to say, you know, I'm not going to own where I am because my, you know, boyfriend, girlfriend, spouse put me in this situation, or they put me in this mood, or if my, you know, mom didn't say this or my wife didn't say that, I wouldn't be in that mood, or if the government didn't do this, or if the mayor didn't do this, or if the president I mean, you could go down the line and give a whole host of reasons of why things are and justify why you are where you are. But extreme ownership says, yes, that's true, but I want to take power. I don't want to wait for anyone to get it together. I can tell you, like, if I had to wait for everyone to get it together, Lyda Cruz and Donald, I mean, all of them, might as well, like, it wouldn't happen. You know what I'm saying? Like, so extreme ownership is about I own Larry. I own my mood. I own my condition. I own my financial situation. I own my relationship. And once I take ownership of it, I can begin the change, and then I control my life. And that equates to freedom. And as Jim said, like, I mean, we're best friends, we're business partners, and that means ups and downs. And, you know, and so it's been some hard times on this trip, but it's been great because speaking for me, I've taken ownership of the mood that I've been in or the place that I've been in. And within, minutes or short periods of time, I've been able to change it because I'm not waiting. Here it is. here it is. I'm not waiting for Jim to change who he is. See?
You'll all be waiting a
right.
long time.
Or you're not waiting for your wife or your boyfriend or your employer or the mayor or anyone to change it. It takes too long. This is extreme ownership right here.
Yeah, absolutely. So for me, it was realizing that, and again, I want to go back.
Great.
I think we have the best staff that's ever been assembled, and including Rex, who you can't see jumping all over Jen in the background. But we have the best staff, and the reason why we have the best staff is because they don't accept the status quo. They challenge us to be better. And for the first time in nearly 4 years since the inception of NextCore, we have a clear path. And I want to tell you how it happened. Can I go into that? So we got here, and honestly, a little discouraged about what was going on with how we were positioning our business and how to figure out how to say it. Because if we told you what we did, we would have to do it in individual releases, like chapter 1, chapter 2, chapter 3. We provide a high level of service to our clients, and we want to be there for them, whether they're at the launching point or the rebranding point, everywhere in between, and to take them to the stratosphere. It's why we booked 2 tickets on Virgin Galactic, because we've got, if there's this old saying that said, if you reach for the moon, you'll land in the stars, but that's wrong. If you reach for the stars, you may land at the moon, because the stars are so much further out there. You really have to go for something big. But I say all that to come back to this. We came here, and for me, it was about relaxing a little, but working a lot and helping to redefine what we wanted to do. And the second we got here, the way that we were treated, the level of service that we received, the concierge approach to handling things, for me, it helped us really figure out what we do. And quite simply, we do everything for the business that we work with.
So the first few days we were here, Saturday, Sunday, and today, Monday, were about stretching our body, stretching our mind, exploring things. Tomorrow, Tuesday, we're going to dig into the nuts and the bolts of our business. We're going to, get inside the inner workings of it, and we're going to, keep you informed along the way as to how we grow, because maybe you'll learn from us. As Jim said in one of the previous podcasts, we've made so many mistakes. If nothing else, hopefully you'll just learn from our mistakes.
We have plenty to share.
We have lots
plenty to spare. But also in this whole thing, we're in Puerto Vallarta. We are in a paradise. We've been in a rainforest. We've been on a mountaintop. We've been in the ocean. We've been on a boat. We've been lots of places. But the average person, we went skydiving last week. That was amazing. But the average person, and here's the point, the average person would say, I'm on vacation. And what I will tell you, for those of you that are truly extreme, that you are business owners, you are entrepreneurs, there is no such thing as vacation. There are opportunities to interweave your business into your life. We have client meetings with 3 people on Wednesday in Puerto Vallarta. People that we never met. I met them on the street and stopped them. Oh, I forgot about that. We have 5 client meetings. Sorry. So we met one lady in the pool that has a product that
she's advertising for years. She's worked with Pepsi. She's worked with some of the top companies in the United States, if not the world. And she's about 60, and she's transitioned out of her job, and she has had this passion since she was a small child, because she had a certain illness, and then she kept it under wraps. She kept it a secret. She had shame about it. She had guilt about it. And now that she's at an age where she has some money and some confidence and some time to do something about it, she's ready to launch it. We just happened to, meet her poolside, but we spent a couple hours with her. We've already had, email contact with her, and it's something that we hope that we can bring and help other young women who have this issue. I don't want to say what it is because she asked us not to say anything, but
right. But then just was that last night or the night before? It's really irrelevant. Somebody was walking past us. It's pouring down rain.
Yes.
and they're walking past us talking about how they're going to reopen their business. And we start talking to them about
Can I
what
just
they're doing.
interrupt?
Yeah.
I got to interrupt, and I apologize for interrupting. But
It's fine. It's fine.
Okay, sorry. I really am sorry.
It's
but a lot of people say, I can't find the business stuff, or I'm not lucky like you guys are. You make your own luck. We were out in the rain. Most people would have stayed home. The streets weren't that crowded. Most people would have stayed in, but we went out. And as a result of being out, we were able to interact with someone, and I'll let Jim finish the story. But folks, you can't wait for someone to come to your door. Extreme ownership by point out owning.
Yeah, we took charge of the situation. There were two gentlemen from Southern California that happened to be in Puerto Vallarta, looking to build a business in Puerto Vallarta. So we spoke to them. Another gentleman that lives here looking to get to the States, and they have business ideas. And so many people are tied into, I'm going to say it.
Yes.
Is it okay?
Yes.
So many people are tied into, but COVID.
Yes.
And they're like,
COVID allows them to argue for their limitations because COVID is real. It's real. It's out there. So it allows them to argue for that. But it doesn't have to be the reality for everybody.
Right. And I mean, just talking about it in general, COVID is a terrible thing. Thousands, tens of thousands of people have lost their lives. And there is no denying that. But here's what I will tell you. You are where you are. You can choose to stay, or you can choose to take a chance and go for it. And what I'm so impressed about, the people that you've seen in our sponsorships have decided to go for it. Twins Red Carpet was featured on the Small Business Independence Day. He's up since that event, something like 400 or 500% in exposure, in revenue, in things happening for his business, calls in. And it's because he's still working, he's still grinding, he's still doing his thing. And
Crossway Catering got a call, $2,000 contract coming up.
Right, revitalize St. Louis. Stay tuned for major things from Revitalize. Mountain Man Scrub, Denali, the tenacity of Buck and Clorinda are like nothing I've ever seen. What a great couple and phenomenal business people. And then, look, I don't want to take any credit for this, but I'm going to take some credit for it. The person on the other side of the camera across from me that I can see, but you can't, Jen Carter. So I grew up listening to FM 101 The River, right? And there was this guy on that had this show called Porcelli's Deli. And it was my favorite show. I would listen to it back when, no offense to anybody that's on the radio today, but back when the radio was good, right? Radio after 10 a.m. sucks, in my opinion. Unless you're listening to a good radio show, it's just music and repetitiveness and commercials and nonsense. So Vic Porcelli lost his job at a radio station about 5 years ago. And I saw this on Facebook. So I reached out to him and I said, hey, I think you're great. Let's see what we can do together. It took 5 years to figure out the flavor, right? The opportunity needed to be created. And we're sitting in a branding meeting with Vic Porcelli Entertainment, Vic's new company. And we're sitting with Jen, and it's me and Vic and some other members from our crew. And Jen goes, why don't we just call it Vic Porcelli's Deli? It's already got this, it's already got that. And I'm like, oh my God, we brought back the deli, right? And he's crushing it. Had his first show, just amazing. He's a guy, talk about crazy things that have happened to him. We're in the middle of a pandemic. He lost his job. Highest rated guy on his show consistently, highest rated guy in his time slot, and his station was highly rated. And he gets laid off in the middle of a pandemic. So laid off 5 years ago. Fast forward, he finds a radio job. Fast forward, boom, laid off again. Now, he suffered from a major tumor. It was the 11th largest tumor of its kind ever recorded after the surgery. It was about yay big, taken out of his stomach. And here's a guy that could have just as easily laid back and said, you know what, the unemployment is fine. I'm going to chill. I'm going to relax. And he said, BS. He said, I'm not going to do that. I want to do something. I want to be there. I want to feature veterans. I want to take care of those that mean something to me. He loves his wife, Jessica. I mean, just the way he talks about her is amazing. And he said, I cannot sit back and be a victim of the circumstance. So talk about extreme ownership. And what is he doing now? He's featuring veterans. He's featuring animal shelters, all the things that he's been passionate about. Kids for years, the radio station took the deli away when they went away. Right. And then opportunity after opportunity presented itself and then went away. And he said, you know what? I'm done. Yes. I'm not going to wait anymore. There's no opportunity that's going to come to me that I can't create for myself, bigger, better, and badder than any of them. And for those of you that are in St. Louis, Porcelli's Deli is back. Vic Porcelli is an amazing on-air talent. You'll hear him in the voice of several of the commercials that you've heard here today. And kudos to Jen for bringing Porcelli's Deli back with us. She's a creative genius. I'm really honored to be working with her. But you know what? Another example of someone that said, COVID is real, but it's not going to stop me. I'm going to go out and do what I have to do. And he's got 2 podcasts. There's Coffee with Vic, which is a limited engagement. We think there'll probably be about 6 or 8 episodes of Coffee with Vic. And then Porcelli's Deli will be every day. But there's restrictions there, right? He can't play music, like music that he knows. So now what is he doing? He's featuring local artists. Talk about taking it, you know, the lemons to lemonade thing is true, but creating an opportunity for yourself, that is extreme ownership. While we were down here, we're creating an opportunity.
Yeah, and I also just want to add, like, you know, maybe not. I don't know if this applies to you or not. Maybe some people think, well, yeah, if I could be in Puerto Vallarta on the beach and I could be here and I could be there, I would have the freedom to clear my thoughts and maybe bring something new in. But I want to share with you, in the last recession in 2007 and 2008, I lost everything. I was living out of my car. I had nowhere to go. I had no one that was supporting me, no one that was believing in me, no one that was spending the money, no one that was doing anything for me. I, at that moment, had to take extreme ownership of where my life was. And I will tell you that that was absolutely, singularly, without a doubt, the best time of my life. And a lot of people say, well, how could
the last 3 days have been pretty good, though?
Yeah, the last 3 days have been great.
Okay, go ahead.
That was the best time of my life. And you know why it was? Because I knew at that point, once I take ownership, I can change it. I don't have to wait for anyone else to come and save me, rescue me, assist me, motivate, or inspire me. I have everything within right here. And that's what extreme ownership is. So I'm not sitting here on the beach as someone who hasn't sat here and lived out of their car. I know what it's like on both sides of the fence. And I'm saying to anyone who is there or here, wherever you define there or here, you can do it. And the first step is taking extreme ownership.
Yeah, for sure.
That was really good.
And it is. I'm really.
I know. I want to hear that again from me.
Yeah, just can you back it up?
I'll listen to the replay. But really, the first step is once you take that ownership, that's what I'm telling you, that's when everything becomes easy because you own it.
For sure.
What closing thoughts do you have, Jimmy?
You know, for me, here's the thing. I have to call, right? It's extreme ownership, right? So let me call you out. A lot of people would say, you know, if I could be on a beach in Puerto Vallarta, I could clear my thoughts and I could do this. But let me call you out. You'd stay on the beach. You wouldn't go make the connections. You wouldn't go do the thing. So you've got to, it's not about where you go. There's a lot of people that say, boy, I wish I was as lucky as you, Jim. I wish I was as lucky as you, Larry. But you know what? It's amazing. When I am better prepared, I am so lucky. When I'm not prepared, I'm not lucky. I can't remember what the saying goes, but who was it?
Do you think that story about the birds
class, like, it does. Yeah, I will. So, and a mentor of mine, Brian Carruthers, shared this with me. I usually get it wrong, but I like my version better. Sorry, Brian. Okay, but there's 3 birds on a telephone wire. 2 of them decide to fly south for the winter. How many are left? And I know what you're saying. You're saying, I was told I wouldn't have to do math after high school, but it's okay. There's no real math here. There's 3 on the line. 2 decide to fly south for the winter. How many are left? All 3, because the simple action of deciding doesn't mean that you will take the action of taking action. And if you're unwilling to do what it takes, and it doesn't matter.
And that's why we exist at Nextcore. I mean, that's the reason, the inspiration that Jim and I started this business is we've obviously, as you've heard, have both been down and broken down every which way but loose. And we wanted to create a place where if you have that decisive decision, but you haven't yet taken the action, maybe we'll reach out to Nextcore, just learn from our stories or share anything.
Yeah, we've got some incredible people that have been a part of what we're doing. I see the Vic Porcelli Entertainment logo, the voice of Porcelli. That's great. So, oh, was that Jen? Take it away, Jen. Yeah. Puppies are fine. Cats, no bueno. I love puppies.
Me too. Right.
Yeah, can I add a couple things before we close out? Producer Jen, can I? Perfect. So I just want to say to each of you that are out there, much like Vic Porcelli, who could have sat back and said, this continues to happen to me. But I will speak for him because he's my friend before he's a business partner of ours. He's been my friend for 5 or 6 years now, and just a genuinely good guy. But I think he will tell you that he would not be doing this without Nextcore. And like, I love the accolades of that, but Nextcore couldn't do this without the incredible team that we have. So people like Jen and Gabriel and Becca and Taylor and Josh and Artez and Holly and the whole other crew and Toy, all of the individuals that make up this incredible team make it possible for people like Vic Porcelli to relive his dream. And relive was purposeful chosen words, because if you've heard him, he sounds alive, more alive than I ever remember. So Vic, my brother, my friend, it's so good to have you back on the air. It's a different kind of air, but the air up here is clean and it's thin, because those at the top see things differently. And to get to the top, you got to take a different path. So congrats for doing that. So honored to be sharing this time with you, Larry, here in Puerto Vallarta. It has been extreme, but what's more extreme about it is the life lessons and the ability to find action where others find complacency. So we will see you 1 week from today, actually 1 week, 1 hour less.
And I think we're going to be, where are we going to be in 1 week today?
No, we'll be coming to you live from Biloxi, Mississippi. So we're going to be extremely owning the state of Mississippi. We'll head over to Gulf Shores, Alabama while we're there, and we'll probably touch base with you there when we have a little bit more secure reception. But listen, there are always two choices. You can choose to do something or you can choose to do nothing. That choice is always yours. But if you choose to do something, we are right here waiting for you. A mentor of mine, John Hoffman, once said, I wish you all the success you afford yourself. And we as Next Corps wish you all that success. But if it is to be, it's up to you. We will be here for you. 314-635-0500 or thenextcorps.com.
Just remember, we love you. And if you want to reach out to us, you can. But first thing, you got to be a cooperative proponent to your own success first.
Absolutely. God bless you guys for tuning in. Jen, anything else? Are we going to dance? All these voices in your head, calling voices.
Extreme ownership with Jim